How you perking? I hope you perking good. So, it's that time of month again where we meet up here and we tap in to whatever channeled message it is that we need to know right now. What do we need to hear right now? Is there any particular insight or guidance that can help us interpret and understand what the hell to do with this crazy world and all of us stuck in it? So today we're going to take a look at that, do the channeled message here on the channel. I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and usually we take a look at the tea with the tarot. Good track record here. But in these videos, like I said, about once a month or so, we just kind of bring it all in, rein it all in, and basically ask the spirit guides, angels, archangels, light beings surrounding us now, what is it that we can know, that we should know, that we need to know right now to help us? What's the message that we need to get? And so I've got that here for you today. For those who are new here, how I do that, I just kind of tap in, get into my channel space, same way I do before I do card readings. But instead, then I kind of type up the message that's kind of coming through, and then I read that on here for y'all. So gonna read that in just a second. And also, there's always a second message. So for these videos, I always do two. I do one that we all hear, and then I do a second message for the Perk Squad. So the Perk Squad gets an extended video for that. That's the channel membership here. So if you would like to be a member of the Perk Squad, then the join button down below or link in the description box, you can become a member over there. Lots of different perks to the Perk Squad, including the extended videos, weekly forecasts to kind of know what to expect on a week-to-week basis. You get your own posts, you get your own Penelopes by your name, you get your own emojis, and you get video shout outs. Let me just grab the first person that I see over here as I'm clicking around on my screen, looking at all the different people who are channel members. And the first name that I see is, let's see, okay, JC Kabad. So thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad, and welcome here, JC Kabad. Thank you. Your video shout out here for today. Very happy to have you here on the channel, and glad you're part of the Perk Squad. So shout out to you. Alrighty. So let's go ahead, dive into the first message here for today. Let me pull it up on my end, and I can share that with y'all. So today's message was this: all, we come to you today with yet another important message. This time, the message is of peace versus war. In this time on your planet right now, there is an obvious struggle between the precipice of peace and of war. Many of you can sense this, and many of you are afraid. We ask that those of you who are afraid attune with us as your guides and angels in order to receive the guidance and comfort that you seek. Though these are challenging times, they are also times of much growth, rapid expansion, and learning beyond just the accrual of knowledge. These are times that will make wisdom from ordinary people, make heroes of the invisible, and make legacy of the forgotten. These will be seen as incredibly powerful times for many, many years to come. This is what history is made of. And these will be the times in which you are to make the world your own oyster, creating and refining the pearls within, however you see fit. We ask you to please break free of any illusions and limitations that may be keeping you from your fullest potentials. know that you are capable and that you are becoming more so with each and every day that passes. Know that you have what it takes to advance, to survive, and to thrive in even the harshest of environments. We know this, for you were built for these times. You were meant to be here. Even those who are here for only fleeting moments are here for a purpose, and so are all of you. Your purpose is to make impacts, both large and seemingly small, for they all matter in the end. They all further that which is expanding, understanding, growing, and flourishing. You are made for something greater than you realize, but you must first shift your perspectives in order to see it, to notice the potentials, and harness them in whatever ways you can. Again, pay no mind to whether or not you think of them as small. Nothing is small when it is done in the three-dimensional plane, for there is a denseness of energy there which carries weight. Everything you do is considered big, so choose wisely. We love you so very much and are here to support you always, your light team of guides and angels. Alrighty, y'all. With that one, that's kind of a big first thing to say. I feel like as I write these things, I've mentioned before on these that, I'm in channel, so I'm not really paying attention to what I'm writing. I'm just kind of going, so that when I'm reading them out to everybody, it's kind of the first time I'm taking it in too. So it's just kind of like, whew. And then I end up processing it here verbally in real time with all of y'all. So, yeah. Let me know what your thoughts are on this one. I know that reading it back here, one of the things that kind of sticks out to me the most, honestly, is kind of that last little bit there. Because I feel like a lot of times we think of certain people as being important or having like a big purpose or an important purpose. And we're kind of like, yeah, but I don't really have a purpose, or what's my purpose? Or like, do I have some dumb pissant little purpose or whatever? And just seeing how they were mentioning like, anything done in this three-dimensional plane, like this is a very dense energy. It makes things feel and seem solid, and because of that level of density, nothing is really small. Any action that's done is big and has like, I guess presumably the way I'm picturing it, it's like this ripple effect. You know how people talk about the ripple effect or the butterfly effect or things like that, like that's the kind of image that I'm getting as I'm reading this back. And it's like, so everything here carries some sort of weight. Everything here that we choose to do or we choose to feel or we choose to think or whatever, that all of that is big cosmically or something, that it has some sort of impacts. And so they said, so choose wisely. I guess so with that. But that helps to feel like, we're not invisible and insignificant sometimes when we think things like that, or we're not without purpose, or, that our lives here matter and what we do matters and how we are matters and all those kinds of things, that it's bigger than we realize that it is. And that stood out to me. From this. There's a lot of things actually in here that stood out to me. But that one was just like, okay, wow. Yeah, even the fact about it, as I'm looking at it here, being a message of peace versus war, and, you know, what that kind of looks like or means, or, you know, a different way of seeing that, and all of this. It's just a lot to marinate on, so I guess that's what I'm going to do, is just marinate on it. I'd like to hear your thoughts about it. What comes up for you? What stands out for you? I always copy and paste what's written into the first comment here, so it'll be on a pinned comment in the video if you like to read through it, or pass it on to people who like to read it, or whatever. Some people just like to hear it back and just see what sticks out to them as they're listening. You know, whatever it is that you feel like is helpful for you, then by all means go forth with that. But I'm gonna think on that one a little bit more, because that was just there's a lot of pieces and parts of that, and I just want to marinate on it some. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to get prepared here for the second message for Perk Squad members. So if you're interested in that, again, it'll be on the available on the Perk Squad over there, coming on up. As usual, I'm going to leave a B-roll here at the end of this. Even if technically this wasn't too heavy of a video considering the usual videos on this channel, but still I like to end with puppy shenanigans and things like that can be funny or silly, or, you know, help people smile or something. It's just a nice way to end some things. So I'm going to put that there. And then as usual, BeasTalksAndTarot.com if you would like to book a private reading. All of that on my website. You can read all about it. Everything's there. So I reckon I'll come at you soon with another video here on the channel. And until then, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Believe me. Bye, y'all. Teddy, look at me. You look crazy.
Because he had a thing there.
Teddy, what's going on with your head? Son. If Scooter's on his dick or his butthole. Get out of your butthole. Hey, get out of the butthole. How many times do we have to talk about it? My God. Teddy, did you brush your hair with firecrackers, son? You have a groomer's appointment coming up next week. Thank God. In 6 days. He's looking at you like you did some shit to him.
Because I was pulling some fluff that he had.
He's like, what? Dang. Where's Squeak?
Over there. You see her?
You can be a part of the family. You should come up on this couch with us. You should come up on this couch with us. Teddy, what is your mouth doing now?
You doing that stuff?
Yeah, he was doing the like weird mouth thing. I don't know, snarl. He's just a mess.